Hello, my lovelies. How are you all doing? How was the past week for you? It's a Saturday, and so you're welcome to spend the day with me. Welcome to Special Pillars.
Come on, baby, take a leap of faith.
This is mine. Who kept peeled tangerine on my table? What are you using to do? Have you finished sorting your clothes? Go and put Vaseline on your lips. Dry. Did you brush your teeth?
Enough time. And I know you're the one. I start.
So this sourdough starter, this is my second time trying it. The first time it didn't really work out, so I had to take a step back and relearn all the things I learned about making a sourdough starter because I have previously been kind of avoiding making sourdough bread, but after some time I'm like, yeah, let's just give it a try. So first time it didn't work, and I don't like giving up, so I tried it second time, and this time it worked. Okay, you're going to see just how that sourdough starter grew. Okay, so this was the seventh day of feeding it. So over here, I am down to make breakfast. We're having pancakes for breakfast, but I started by cleaning my stove, which I did not clean on Friday night after cooking. Why? Because I was tired, and that's okay. If you want a recipe for pancake, I'm going to be linking a recipe video in the description, so check out that video.
You and me could be so much more. There's something I've been dying to say. Honey, let's take a leap of faith. And I know you're the one. Our story has just begun. I'm never gonna let you go. With your love, I'll never be alone. There's only one thing I know for sure. I'm holding on forevermore. I'm never gonna let you go. With your love.
These days, regardless of how well I check my strawberries before purchasing them, once I get back home, I will always find out that some of them have gone bad or become really soft and squishy. I just don't understand. I have not taken my time to search around this area where we live to see if there are farms where you can harvest your own strawberries and things like that. I would really love to do that. I definitely think there's going to be one, but I have not had the time to check it.
My God is alive.
So we were singing praise, they came to the uh, front of the kitchen and started dancing. And so I said, let me just turn the camera on them for a little bit. I live for moments like this. That's really what life is all about. Okay, spending quality time and just vibing with people who love you and who you love. All right, so I have a couple of things to do today. So after this breakfast, I'm going to go upstairs, dress the bed, sort my our own laundry. That's mine and hobbies, because I'm going to be doing laundry, and I have plans to make a large soup today and also make some bread.
So why you think I
Say the love. Say the love. Say the love. Get back from me. Get back from me. Yes, I can have it. Eat my food.
okay, eat the one that's not chocolate.
Let's meet down at the lonely lake before summer has gone away.
Huh?
Swim out under the of white. Waved goodbye to last summer. Cold air coming away soon. So let's lay under the falling moon. Tell me something about yourself. You've never told to no one else. Say goodbye to lonely nights last summer.
Okay, look at this. Okay, you see this Canada? This part of the pie chart that is this yellow now? I think it's yellow. Represents rent. So, what is rent? Rent takes up what? 76% of our budget. Okay, the budget we have, 76% of it is rent. The second thing should be groceries, right? Food, because especially if you have children, because children have to eat. There is no way around it. And for me, these two things are the most important thing on a budget. Every other thing is whatever. Like my personal stuff, I do not worry about wearing the same clothes over and over again, you know, especially being that you're on social media. I don't worry about that. Yeah, you can only afford to worry that when you feel like you have so much money that you don't even need to plan for the money you spend on your children. And I don't know anybody in the world that should not plan for the money they spend on their family. Even if you have the money lying around, if you don't plan, you are going to end up mismanaging the funds you have, regardless of how large they are. Do we have a home that is very comfortable that the children can play in? It's part of the reason when we were looking to move into a house. A lot of the detached houses, the semi-detached, even the townhouses that had basements, people were living in the basements. Landlords, anybody who has a home in Canada is living big right now, okay? Most people are doing what? They rent out the basement, okay, and then they also rent out the upper part of the building. So we were insistent on not getting anyone with occupants in the basement. We wanted to have the whole house to ourselves, and what that meant was needing to move around in the budget we had for paying for rent. But it was okay to make that sacrifice. Why? Because yeah, I don't want my children to be playing and I'll be chasing them around and telling them to keep quiet because somebody is living downstairs. Of course, listen to me now. If that is your situation, it's okay. There is nothing wrong with it. I just did not want it. House B did not want it. There is nothing like having a house to yourself, okay? Just having some space to yourself and not having to especially if you have problematic neighbors. If your neighbors are understanding and they also have children, well, then wonderful. But if the person living downstairs in the basement, okay, apartment, is really, irritable, some people are like that, then it's going to be another headache, and there are already too many headaches in this world, right? So we wanted a place where our children could play and nobody would have to come and say, oh, tell your children to stop running around. How can I stick to my children? Children live to run around, right? So it costs more. That's basically the end of what I'm saying. That is the most important thing. Rent, okay, shelter that is comfortable to the best of our ability, such that we are not needing to borrow money to pay it, to maintain the payment, okay? Now listen to me. If you live in a house where you are needing to disturb everybody, your friends, your relatives, your family, to ask you, to help you pay the rent every month, you are calling people, please, my rent, the landlord is about to throw us out. Can you make a change? Move to a lower place. There is always time. Don't be afraid of rising up again. Don't be afraid of building again. Take your time. It will come, right? Move away from that place. Move to a slightly lower place. It may not be up to what you want or what you expected, but there is nothing we can do about it. That's the situation. Go there, trust God, and walk with whatever God has provided you with. God is really seeing that He will make things beautiful at your own time. When we moved to Canada initially 2 years ago, I'm going to talk about that anyway later on in another video. But we were living in a 3-bedroom condo. But even before we came to Canada, in Hong Kong, there was a time we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, and then we moved to 3-bedroom. It's growth. Don't be afraid. And listen, in all those places, I was cooking and posting my videos. I don't care. My kitchen was too tiny, but I don't care. Let's learn to be content. There are things that matter more than other things. And right now, what matters more to me than other things is my children. As long as my children are well fed, they have a shelter, good shelter that is over their head, and we are keeping the house clean. Because again, you can have the biggest house and it will still be laden with germs because people are just lazy to clean. You're not taking care of it very well, even if it's not your own house. If you steward somebody's property properly, God will give you your own. It's in the Bible. Jesus said, if you cannot take care of that which is not yours, who will give you your own? Are the children okay? Are they comfortable? Do they have a place where they can come back and it feels like home? Rest from all the tussle and bustle from school, from activities, from peer pressure and all of that. That is the most important thing. Are they eating 3 square meals? Morning, afternoon, night. What is their nutrition like? These 2 things. Okay? Grocery and rent take up most of the space on our budget. Every other thing, I kind of assign whatever to it. Okay? Then there are things like utilities. You kind of know like an average of what to pay. It's usually paid like for 2 months at a time. But then you kind of divide it and get the average per month. And so we just enter that. Then things like internet and mobile, those ones are still steady. So depending on the rate you got and the provider of your internet, they are steady. And then transportation is somewhere because I don't go to campus all the time. Hobby doesn't go into work face to face all the time, right? So this one is mostly our like commute when we take the train. So we give that a certain amount. I have here 200 for transportation. Things like insurance as well, they are steady. Okay, they're not usually much if you get a good insurance. House insurance, car insurance, I bundled all of them together in insurance. And then we also have kids, books, and toys. Some months you are not going to use it, some months you get to use it. And then, of course, savings should also be part of your budget. It belongs to the expense you make every month. You should have a monthly saving. At the end of last month, I had a meeting with my husband. We do this. We don't have a set schedule for it, but sometimes it just comes up and we meet. So many things on the agenda. We've scheduled the next meeting. We argued a lot during the meeting, but still some things were picked up, and that is what I'm working on with our budget. So savings, you should have a certain amount of money that you put into your savings every month, especially those of you in Canada here or in other places where you get something like child care support from the government. You should go into your TFSA, open the TFSA account, open your RRSP. Those of you who are working, these two things, if you can as well, try to trade with your TFSA. Okay, so these are the categories that I have, for our own family. You can actually, if you open the Nova app, you can screenshot these categories and, transfer the same to your own and also add whatever is unique to your own family. So after working on the budget, I went and continued with my laundry activities because we have a lot of laundry every weekend to do. So that's only when we do laundry. We don't do laundry during the weekdays because the rates are different from weekdays and weekends. And unless you stay up at night to wash your clothes, and nobody has time for that. So we just reserve it for the weekend, and that's why we usually have a lot. So I checked on my sourdough, it is very ready now, and then after that I will go and take my shower and commence with the second part of my day. So after taking my shower and changing, just refreshing myself a little bit, came downstairs and started making dinner. So first I'm going to be making a large pot of soup, bitter leaf, that's only the soup, that's what we call it in Nigeria. But I'm also going to be making akara. And I'm going to be baking some bread. Yes, I'm taking my family back to Nigeria, in the figurative sense with this akara. It's been long we had it. I think it was since last year. Something we eat like maybe 2 times in a year or something like that. I don't do it often. But yeah, I just thought I should make it. I was really craving it, and I started to put all the people in the family on that menu for the night. So that was all we had for dinner.
Won't be long, I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, the place I call my home. looking to belong when I already found my home.
As always, I have many bread recipes on my channel, and I'm going to be putting the links to some of them in the description, so you might as well click there. Any recipe you want, just click on, check the description box. You're going to find a detailed recipe of that. Okay, anything I made in this video, except of course for the onubu soup. I don't think I've made a video of how to make onubu soup, but anyway.
Later on in the night, when the crowds have gone, we could talk under moonlight till dawn. We could stay to watch the sunrise.
So what does you want?
Cancel all our plans. We don't need a reason why we just can't. I wish I could stop time.
My mom-in-law and my mom occasionally send me a lot of things, Nigerian foodstuffs from Nigeria. And so once they arrive, one of the things that I always have is this castor seed paste. We call it ogiri. And also I usually get some obeya as well. But for this castor seed paste, once they arrive, what I do is that I spread them out on an ice cube mold and put in the freezer. Once they freeze up, I will take them out and transfer to a container. So whenever I want to use it, I just bring them out the way you saw me doing right now.
I wish I could stop time and stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while? Stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while?
So I wanted the kids to have cinnamon rolls for breakfast the next Sunday morning, the next day, which was a Sunday morning. So I simply prepped the dough, but I did not bake them. I transferred them to an oven dish and then put them in the freezer. All I need to do in the morning would be to just take them out of the freezer and pop them in the oven. I will also go ahead and blend the beans that are already prepared to be used for akara balls.
It's getting late, so from my eyes come to another place. We'll come right, we'll come right.
I promise you that backsplash, the part of the wall you're seeing, in the backsplash, that's exactly the color. I have scrubbed this thing ever since we moved here, cleaned it to no avail. So I decided to buy some of these PVC stickers to cover it. But then because there is heat that is always emanating from the stove, some of them keep falling off. And I was like, whatever, I just left it. Just in case you're wondering, that's the color. That's how that thing looks. And I don't know why anybody would choose this kind of thing for their backsplash. But anyway, it's not my house, so. Meanwhile, if you take a look at my right leg, you see that I have a walking boot on. I don't wear it all the time. I only wear it when I feel like my ankle is starting to strain, because I sprained it when I went to learn how to ride a bike. It was not funny. I don't wear it all the time. Whenever I feel like my ankle is starting to pain me after walking for a long time, I go and put it on. So it helps me to walk around without feeling much pain. Anyway, that is where I am going to end this video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. See you in my next video.
And I know exactly what I'm looking for.